Millionaire Money Mindset Secrets. Do you want to know the top 11 secrets that millionaires know about money and the poor and middle classes don't? Hi, I'm Tracy from Money Boss, and I am here to help you step into your personal power, make more money, and build the life of your dreams. Let's do this. Let's dive right in. And to start this list, I'm actually going to share number 9 on my list at the top, and then we'll cover it again because it's the most important. Making money is a skill. Making money is a result of following the rules and the science of getting rich. You don't need to be special. If you were born poor or middle class, you can learn how to make money, build wealth, and get rich. Okay, let's start there. That is the most important thing wealthy people know. Making money is a skill. So let's start with number 1. They are committed to daily mindset mastery. They know that their mindset and their focus, what they consume, is the most important thing to the results that they produce. I always say garbage in through our eyes is garbage out in our reality creation. What does that mean? Well, that means if you watch the news and stuff that is focused on death, destruction, poverty, and everything terrible in the world, that is what you take in. That is what your mind sees as reality, and that's what you continue to create. So, wealthy people know that their mindset is most important and they protect their thoughts, their mindset, and their focus. And in place of taking in garbage, news, movies, drama, information that's not great or positive for your mindset, in place of that, they take the time to focus on content that develops a success mindset, a money success mindset. So, what is that? That could be books about wealth, personal development. That could be podcasts. That could be YouTube videos. That could be reading newspapers, not the doom and gloom section, the investment section. Wealthy people know that they need to focus their mind and they are committed to daily mindset mastery. Just like a fitness guru is committed to daily exercise, if you want to be successful, you got to commit to mastering your mind and putting good information in. So again, garbage in, garbage out. If you consume good information, you're going to change your reality and create a great result. That's number 1, mindset mastery. Number 2, commitment and discipline. People that are successful, that build the life of their dreams, do not depend on motivation. Here is the thing. Motivation occurs in fleeting bursts. Anybody that is successful and committed to being the best that they can be realizes that you don't depend on motivation, especially when you're trying to build something new. Think of it. You had an idea for a great business, you're all excited, and then you're starting to do all the actions to make your vision, your new business, go from in your mind into reality. Ugh, that starts to lose a lot of the excitement and the motivation because it gets hard and it's supposed to. So, individuals that have trained their mind for success and building the life of their dreams realize that you don't depend on motivation. You depend on commitment and discipline. You are committed to launching that business, to growing the business, no matter what. And what that means is that you show up on the days that you want to and the days that you don't. If it's a part-time side hustle, you don't just do it when you feel like it, because the thing is, you're never going to feel like it, and motivation is fleeting. Very often, it doesn't show up. And if you're waiting to feel like it, to be motivated, because that to you feels like that's right, then you're never going to launch something or grow something. That's one of the biggest success secrets people don't know. Generally, when you're doing something different, launching a new business, it doesn't feel good all the time. You just go, I am doing this. I'm committed to launching this side hustle because I want to grow it into a company to replace my 9 to 5 job. You're committed and you show up whether or not you want to. Prime example, athletes that are training for the Olympics. We probably don't know this, but just because they are super good at their sport and love what they do doesn't mean they're motivated. Those early mornings going to the gym before their job, they don't want to do it. Doesn't mean they have some special secret sauce of motivation that they have every day. No, they are just committed to being the best at their sport. They want to be an Olympian and they know if they want to do that, they got to train every day, twice a day, whatever it is. So millionaires, they are committed to success. They're committed to their dream and they don't rely on motivation. They rely on personal discipline. That's number 2, commitment and discipline. Hey there, it's me. If you're enjoying this video, like it and subscribe so you get all future notifications of our next videos. We are on a money revolution to help you step into your personal power, make more money, and build the life of your dreams. Number 3, they know that money is a skill. As I mentioned, just because you're not born rich, maybe you're born poor, middle class, you don't have a lot of money growing up, doesn't mean that the fairy godmother of money didn't drop success on your head. That's not the way it happens. Learning to make money is a skill, just like anything you've done in your life before, whether it's learning to be a graphic designer, learning to play a sport, learning to walk, learning whatever it is. That's what they don't tell us. They want us to think that building wealth is only for the wealthy children that have the golden spoon. It's not. Making money is a skill. That's number 3. Number 4, millionaires, they embrace uncertainty and failure. And I hate the word failure because it's not a failure. If you just replace the word failure with learning, you will just be so much further ahead than the rest of the world. Because anybody that is trying to do something new, they're committed to building businesses, they're committing to growing their wealth. They know that it's uncertain. It doesn't feel good. If you're doing something new, it's uncertain, right? It's not going to feel good. And they know if you're trying something new, me, Tracy, if I'm trying to launch a new company, I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to have little and big and medium failures along the way. And it's not that you're failing, you're learning. And I would say failure is the way because you need to launch a company. And then you go, oh, well, I can't do that online. We need to do that in a storefront. Failure isn't a thing. It isn't. It's just been conditioned in our mind from the school system. I like to pick on the school system for good reason because everything they taught us in the school system to be a good employee is the exact opposite of how you need to think and feel and be as an entrepreneur. When you want to live life on your own terms, start a business, build wealth, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, uncertain, and hitting failure, i.e., learning. Okay. So that's number 4. Millionaires embrace uncertainty and failure. Number 5, millionaires are absolutely obsessed with never-ending learning. Have you ever heard the saying that leaders are readers? It's there for a reason. If you're sitting there just playing Xbox or watching the Netflix series that just came out and there's a new series and that's all you're ever doing, you're not going to learn and grow. And there are so many ways to learn nowadays. I mean, magazines, there's podcasts, there's videos, books. The brightest, best minds in their field have usually written a book. And in there, they'll give you 10, 20, 30 years of all their mistakes, all their wins, sometimes their whole blueprint for $20. You can sit down and read that. And just because somebody is a millionaire doesn't mean they stop learning. No, they know there's always another level. So millionaires are obsessive and never-ending learners. Number 6, they know that success takes time. And in this world that we're in, the social media world, we're conditioned to get immediate response. You put a post, you want 100 likes. If it only got 20, you're disappointed. Now more than ever, it's very hard for individuals to know what it takes, the fact that success takes time, because we're in a very now generation. You want to order something, you go onto Amazon, you do a search, you find 100 different options, you sort through, you hit add to cart, and you buy. Now, you go onto social media, you become an influencer, you post, you have a following, you get results right away. Building a business takes time. Yes, now more than ever, we have more opportunities to do it quicker, easier, cheaper. But individuals that are committed to making money, growing their wealth, becoming rich, they realize that success takes time. Not necessarily maybe even the success or launching the business. It's us. If we get out of the school system, out of university, it takes time to develop us. We're our biggest investment, right? It takes time to become the person that bounces back from those mistakes, that realizes this, that learns how to market, learns how to sell, learns how to develop systems, email marketing, products that work, products that don't, knowledge to be able to sell. Success takes time. We are a work of art, and we can't expect us or our company to become a unicorn venture capital company unless that's the route you go. For majority of the people, majority of the world, we're not met with instant success. We're building a business. We're showing up. We're posting on social media when nobody's liking our content because we have no followers, but we don't quit and we keep on going. And then you do an offering. Then it doesn't quite resonate. Then you do a new one. Success takes time. Number 7, millionaires, successful people, they know that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And there's this neat thing that if you set out on your path and say, I want to do this, don't look to the end. Because if you look at, I want to build a big e-commerce company and sell millions of dollars every year, if that's what you look to today, you're going to get so overwhelmed, you're going to freeze up and you're not going to get started, or you're going to quit very soon after launching it, because that goal, that might take months, a year, many years, a decade, while you're becoming the person and learning the skills. Success isn't quick. It takes time, as we said. So here's the thing though. Along the path, once you commit and say, I want to build an e-commerce company, and I'm committed to doing this. I'm going to do it in my part-time while I have that income coming in, paying bills. And then one day when the company is no longer a side hustle and it's creating enough income, then I'll quit. So here's what we do. Here's the end goal. We know and we trust after enough experience that when we are ready, the teacher will appear for the next step. So don't look over here on how to learn the whole meal deal. Learn over here. Maybe it's buying a book on Amazon and starting to read. Then maybe the second one is, what kind of product or knowledge do I have? So you just do daily actions. And the weird thing is, if you commit to stepping forward towards that big dream over here, if you're doing daily, weekly, monthly actions, the teacher for the next step will automatically appear, because you'll be reading this book and then it's going to give you the hint, the little gold nugget of, here's a company that you can source products from. Or maybe if you want higher margins, selling your knowledge from your job might be a better idea. And here's how to do it. So they'll give you that information and then you'll go research, you'll learn there, and then it'll give you another clue. So the teacher is not always a person that shows up and says, I'm the guru, I am here. It might be through a podcast, through a video, through a book, but very often the teacher is that next book, the next blog post, the next podcast. And then it's just this beautiful little whimsical journey of the teacher. And then the next bit of knowledge that you need appearing exactly when you need it. So do yourself a favor. And this is the reason that people either don't get started or quit. They get overwhelmed because they're looking. Here's an example. Let's say you want to climb Mount Everest. You're not going to go and climb that tomorrow or next month. You're going to start by researching it, reading about people, following people online that have done it. You're going to start hiking in your local area, getting better shoes, doing these little treks, hikes, whatever we want to call them. And then the next step and the next step. And then one day, when you're ready and conditioned and experienced enough, you're going to find the right guide that's going to take you, that's successfully taken the most number of people up the mountain. You're going to hire that person and then you're going to go. And then one day you're going to reach the top of the mountain. And it's same with business. Don't look so far down because it's really a series of learning what you need to know today and something new tomorrow, the next step, the next step. And trust that the teacher, book, blog post, podcast, video will appear when you need it. You just need to continue to step forward and learn and do the next step and the next step. And that's how a business is built. So that's number 7. The teacher will appear. Number 8, here is something that's very important that we learn. And I think this is very personality based. Successful people realize that they are their biggest advocate, the only person that can create success for them. And they also realize that everybody is out to sell them something. Eventually in business, you realize that. And maybe some people are born more trusting, some are more skeptical, so those lessons come easier or more challenging depending on your personality type. That's true. You need to realize that when you're doing your next step and reaching out to companies, everybody has the next best thing because that's what their product or service is. So you really need to be aware and smart that everybody else's agenda around you is exactly that. They're trying to achieve their goals, make their numbers, generate revenue, build their business. And while it may be presented as the best thing for you, you need to be looking at everything and everyone and going, is this really the best thing for me? Is this the best thing for my business? Is this the best thing for my health, my mindset, my software? They question everything. And it's not to be skeptical. It's just that we know that we need to be our biggest, best advocate and the person that has our own back. Because at the end of the day, in life and in business, nobody else does. Sounds a little cynical, but it's one of the most important lessons that I think most millionaires learn, because on your journey to building a business, as you're building a business, people are trying to sell you everything. You're going to try it. There's going to be false promises. You're going to waste a lot of money. So it's, I think, one of the hardest and most important lessons we learn is everybody's trying to sell you something. You need to know your own mind and question everything. And it comes with time as a person, as a business owner. But if you're sitting there going, I wonder what their agenda is. Everybody does have an agenda, and it's to sell their product or service or whatever their motive is. So just know that and think through that lens and do your own critical thinking. Because as people, business owners, we can make a lot of mistakes, waste a lot of time, waste a lot of money being sold stuff that isn't what we need or isn't what we need right now. Okay. So that's number 8. They know their own mind and they question everything and everyone. Number 9 is they realize that getting rich is a science. As I started off with, as I mentioned in one of my videos titled accordingly, there is a science to getting rich. Do not think that because you're born poor or middle class, you don't have a lot of money, you're in a job for 20 years. Don't think that's your destiny. That is just your reality creation framework that you have created from your thoughts and beliefs, your feelings, your actions, your results. The second you get new thoughts and beliefs, just the fact that if you're born poor and you can build your own business and become rich, if that's the first time you're hearing that, that's a new thought and belief. And then you're going to feel a different way and act a different way and get different results. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's a very slow process for most people. There's unicorns with venture capital that really shortcut the business building process. And that's a whole nother video. But be aware that for most people, taking the time to learn to build yourself and get rich is something you can do. You just need new information. And as soon as you have that, like I said, you go through the reality creation framework as a different person and you go through and maybe you get a raise because you're doing a better job, you know more. And then a better way to look at it is, let's say you sit here, you learn knowledge and then, a year you don't get a raise. And then all of a sudden you get a raise or you get a new job. And then you go here and then you keep on working. And then eventually years, you're building wealth. And then let's say up here's a millionaire and here you were in poverty and maybe just making it by on minimum wage. It can happen. You just need new thoughts and beliefs up here to create new feelings, to create new actions, to create new results. And then you continue. I'm going to do a whole video on the reality creation framework, but that is it. They know anybody that's made money, anybody that's become wealthy, become rich, they know that making money is a skill and there is a science to getting rich. And that pulls in some of the laws, like the law of attraction, the law of rhythm, the law of cause and effect. All of that comes into play, and we'll cover that. Definitely subscribe if you haven't. I have a lot of great videos in the works, but millionaires, they know that getting rich is science. Number 10, exactly what I just started talking about. Millionaires, they know, and if they don't know, they're accidentally obeying the hidden laws of the universe. And there are 12 of them. Most of us know about the law of attraction or the law of assumption. That's become the new law of attraction. But there is actually 11, 12, depending who you ask. Cause and effect. Very simply, you show up to work, you get money. Cause and effect. You get new skills and new knowledge. You increase your worth. You will make more money. Cause and effect is at the root of everything. There is nothing magical, mysterious. It is cause and effect. You yell at your spouse, they're going to be grumpy. You're not going to have a great relationship. If you're in a great relationship and you treat your spouse nicely, you're going to have a spouse that should treat you nicely back. There is nothing mysterious in this world. Everything is an effect of the cause. So if you're seeing in your life that you're not paying your bills, well, what is the cause? Are you living out of your means, too expensive, spending too much money, the rent's too high, or you're not working, so obviously you have no money to pay the bills, or your wage is not high enough? If you don't like the effect, so your environment and your life, you got to change the cause. This is brilliant. Nobody teaches us this stuff. And number 11, most important, millionaires never quit. They know all these millionaire mindset secrets They know that success is a result of continuing to go. Just like climbing Mount Everest. If you want to get there, you're not just going to be like, oh, okay, we climbed to this plateau and I'm done. No, if you want to get to the top, you're going to keep on going. You might fall down, you might hurt yourself, you might not even make it on the first time. But if you want to get to the end, you don't quit. And that kind of loops back to failure. Millionaires realize that you're going to fail, i.e., learn, but you just take that feedback and then go, okay, I did this. How do we need to change this? You talk to your customers, you make the offer better, you jig the product, the service. You never quit. You just adjust what you're doing. If that product failed and nobody wanted it, is it a result of no marketing, bad marketing, poor follow-up, no sales, no customers because you're just getting going? Everything in life is very logical, yet they don't teach us all of this. And most of us are very emotional about life. We think, oh, we suck. Oh, we're never going to have a better life because this is our life. Oh my God, I'm dumb. I'm never going to be able to build the life of my dreams. No, you just don't know the rules of success, the millionaire mindset secrets, and the fact that making money is a skill just like anything else. So, if you want to step into your personal power, make more money, build the life of your dreams, this list of 11 that I just included are the lessons that I have put together and some of the biggest life-changing moments. And they all sound easy when you're listening, but at the end of the day, they're not. You learn these lessons by doing them and realizing and going, these are not just trite secrets. They are the secret sauce to building the life of your dreams and making more money. It really is. And that's why I put that together. And in the show notes, I'm actually going to include a free download that you can get from the moneybosscollective.co, and free resources, I think is the page. But I have put this together on a one-pager list that you can download and put it up on your bulletin board and just memorize it and use it as a mental conditioner. Point number 1, mindset mastery. Instead of reading the news or looking at doom and gloom, look at this list and go, okay, I want to be wealthy. Here's the things I need to remember. Here's some things I can do. Hope you enjoyed this. I wanted to make it short, but there's always just so much to share. I could do a video on every single one of these, and it would be well served because these lessons here, these secrets, are honestly the secret sauce of success and achieving anything that you want in life. So if you like this, I would recommend that you like this video, share it. If it's a podcast, subscribe. Also, if you want to make sure that you don't miss a video ever again, go to the moneybosscollective.co and join our free community. You'll just get one email a week each time a new video comes out, and then you'll be sure that you don't miss the video or the podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you are just realizing that you are capable of everything. You can absolutely step into your personal power, make more money, build the life of your dreams. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.